Sorry po at naputol po yung ating transmission. I had to restart po the computer dahil naputol po ang ating connection. So sorry. So yun, I was still talking about the land bank. Ano po yung nangyari pong pagkawala ng mga funds ng mga ng mga teacher sa land bank. Nakakaawa naman po because we don't know kung bakit ganun na hindi binalik yung pera. Kawawa. Lalo na yung nag-ipon tungkol para sa wedding niya. And ang sinasabi kasi ng land bank, isolated incidents lang. Pero that's 11 cases po ng pagtanggal ng funds po sa kanila eh. So, sana yung land bank naman, magkaroon ng explanation dahil hindi man pwede sabihin hindi naman ibabalik yun, kawawa. Right? So, that was the update regarding the land bank cybercrime, right? Dun sa teachers' funds. And sana we can invite somebody to shed some light on that para iklaro yung mga pangyayari. Okay? Sinabi kasi sa kanila that phishing scam daw yon yung mga but that's what I mean. It's fraudulent. So hindi naman nila unauthorized charges po yun at unauthorized withdrawals po yun sa account. Kagaya ng nangyari sa akin sa video. So sana po we can invite somebody to clarify that matter. Okay? Thank you so much for coming. Pasensya na nawala ang transmission ko. So now, okay, we talking about work po that we do online, no? Meron pong nagtanong na paano raw in the work environment. Let's talk about works and jobs and working. I want to talk about when kunyari empleyado ka, no? How do you deal with the relationship with your boss, no? Kasi ako I have reason to believe na dapat talaga you and your boss are talking on the same page. Pag hindi kayo same thought process ng boss mo, mahirap magkaintindihan, right? Isn't that true? But anyway, so I want to share 10 things, okay? There are some things that your boss does not need to know, okay? Kahit na boss mo, for example, you're an executive assistant or an executive secretary to the VP or to the CEO of the company. There are some things I think that you should never that your boss doesn't need to know. Okay? Sige. Isa-isahin natin to. We're talking about working now. Okay? Work environment ang shift natin ngayon. Some things that your boss do not need to know. Unahin ko na. Number 1, okay? Keep personal info personal. Makes sense, diba? Tama lang. Discrimination in the workplace is illegal. Tandaan niyo yan. Sa Amerika, ganyan eh. Dapat dito sa Pilipinas din. Discrimination in the workplace is illegal. Okay? So, it's also despicable and certainly not anything we condone. Okay? Hello? Hello, Joey. In an ideal world, the details of our personal lives wouldn't matter nearly as much as our performance. Dito ako nagtataka sa Philippines. So, grabe na. Sa own banko ko na, kunyari. Kasi, some of my remittances come from, of course, from the United States. And kasi some of the things that I do are global. It's international. So, I'm paid in dollars and some in pesos. Pero yun na nga. And once in a while, of course, somebody remits directly to not directly to my dollar account. It's sent via Zoom. Natatawa ko kung bakit dito sa Pilipinas when they ask you to fill out those forms to get your remittances. Tatanong pa sino nagpadala at anong relationship mo sa nagpadala. Personal yun eh, di ba? Diyos mio. Pwede mo kaya lagay doon kabit or mistress ako. I mean, I find it so rude and so malicious to ask relationships. Para din nung I'm trying to buy a car, yung pagtatanong ng mga questions, so sinong kasama mo sa bahay, tatanungin sa'yo. For example, nung magbigay ka ng pangalan, ano yan, ano mo siya, whatever. There's none of their business. In America, we don't ask those things. personal things like that on your applications, or kukuha ka lang ng remittance. What the heck, So discrimination still is rampant here in the Philippines, or whatever, or kachismisan to ask kung anong relationship ng kasama mo sa bahay, kung asawa mo o kalibin mo or whatever, mistress. Dapat walang pakialam na dun yung trabaho or yung kinukuha mong pera mo, right? Anyway, so details of our personal lives wouldn't matter nearly as much as our performance and productivity. Yan ang importante dapat eh. But the cold hard truth is, employers may still make decisions based upon the details of an employee's life. Yun eh, right? So from judging workers based on Facebook photos to thinking twice about promoting someone with kids or a chronic illness when another employee is free of those obligations or difficulties, there are kinds of potential pitfalls. By revealing some private information to your boss, you could set yourself back when it comes to a raise or promotion. Kaya nga, obviously, every workplace is different, right? And bosses will vary. If you have an understanding manager who sees the value in knowing employees on a personal level, this article or this thing I'm talking about probably won't apply to you. But if you're not that lucky, you may wish to keep the following details about your life private if you want to maximize your success. Okay, una-una na, anong dapat nating wag na ikwento sa ating boss? Nightlife, okay? Whether you're reading bedtime stories to your kids or hitting the dance floor or the bars every night, your boss shouldn't know anything about your nightlife unless it includes taking classes in your field of expertise or doing extra work from home or your favorite cafe, right? If you can't complete an after-hours work task due to a hot date or helping kids and homework, it's best to simply indicate that you have other obligations at home. Keep your personal drama at home. Kaya nga yung mga nagpo-post sa Facebook, Instagram ng mga lakad nila, tapos biglang tatamlay-tamlay ka sa office the next day, yun, you're setting up yourself to failure or speculation ng boss mo. Kaya be careful kayo sa mga post nyo at saka sa mga sinasabi nyo na information, right? Number 9, we're going down the 10 to pabaliktad. Number 9, religious beliefs. It's against the law to discriminate against religious beliefs, okay? Sa Amerika, lalo na. But talking about religion too often at work is inappropriate unless you work for a religious organization. Kung lahat kayo, kunyari ano kayo, ang tawag doon? Ano yung Christian channel? CBS Asia ba yan? But anyway, ayun na nga. Huwag masyadong, self-righteous na para kayong preach sa office. Nakaka-turn off yan sa ibang tao. Of course, if you have strong faith, if you believe and you want to spread the word, that's okay, of course. Because as Christians, diba yun ang dapat natin gawin? Pero wag yung all the time, panay usap mo tungkol sa belief mo and convictions mo that you're trying to impose on other people. Do not, okay? If your job entails something that violates a religious belief, you should speak up. Yun lang talaga. Kung meron, kunyari, I remember Gary V. Before hindi siya magtatrabaho or kakanta sa isang project or isang gig that will go against his religious belief. Yun. Parang ganon. Kunyari, hindi ka pwedeng kumanta sa loob ng casino. Whatever. Siguro sa labas ng casino pwede. So anyway, so yun, mga ganon. No? That if you see that it goes against your religious belief, speak up, right? Speak up. Tell your boss. You do not necessarily need to be specific with your boss, but you can simply indicate that the task at hand violates one of your beliefs. If possible, present an alternative or work around it, right? Huwag mo masabihin ayaw mong gawin, pero at least maging honest ka kasi it really goes against your religion, right? We're all entitled to our personal religious beliefs. But remember, not everyone is religious, right? And a workplace is not a church. It's all about common sense. A Bible quote on your cubicle is no big deal, but promoting it and imposing it and trying to convert your coworkers is going to ruffle a few feathers and could potentially put your job security on the shaky ground. Okay. So last, bago tayo goodbye kasi nga, oras tutuloy ko na lang bukas. Political affiliation, okay? The quickest way to alienate people in a mixed crowd is to talk about politics. Ayun yung dalawang bagay na walang katapusan ng argument, diba? Politics and religion. Your political affiliation should remain private information, right? Why? For a myriad of reasons. First of all, you risk offending coworkers and your boss while creating an uncomfortable work environment. But more important, once a boss knows about your affiliation, you could be judged as too open or close-minded for a particular job. Even if your boss treats you equally, political prejudices still exist and could easily work against you. So yun, di ba? Huwag ang mga personal information, nightlife mo, love life mo, religious beliefs, political affiliation, at kung meron kang asawa, spouse's income. You might be wondering why this is on the list, but trust me, your boss shouldn't know about your spouse's income. Okay? Baka kasi hindi ka na niya bigyan ng raise, sabihin, ay, ang yaman mo na eh, right? Okay, so, if your spouse is a CEO of a successful company and a co-worker vying for a job has an unemployed spouse your boss is aware of, you could lose out on a promotion, even though you're equally qualified, because it may seem as though you don't need the promotion. Diba? Sabihin, ang mayaman yung asawa mo, hindi mo kailangan ng raise. Even if your boss isn't conscious of that information, playing a part in his her decision, you don't want to take any chances where your career is concerned. Diba? Huwag mo nang ipagmalaki yun kasi sabihin, hindi mo naman pa kailangan mag-work, right? Hindi na kita bibigyan ng raise, hindi mo kailangan. Okay? Meron pa isa, okay. Pwede pa. Tapos, when you're working on another job or you're doing a side job or meron kang gimmick or whatever, many people work second jobs, especially nowadays. 2, 3 jobs, that's normal. And lalo na because a lot of work online, diba? Like what I do, I have multiple jobs because nga, you can work your way around things in your schedule, especially doing online work. So, including to mga freelancing positions. I've been a freelancer for more than 15 years. But your other business should stay your business, okay? Companies often develop and expand non-competition agreements and policies instructing employees to retain only one job. As your company could implement such a policy at any time, you should avoid telling your boss about other work obligations so you can continue to fly under the radar and make ends meet, diba? Huwag mo nang pagsabi-sabi yun na meron ka pang ibang trabaho. Sabihin nila hindi mo kailangan yung sweldo, right? So, not to mention, you have an annual review with your boss. Tapos, sa site niya yung decrease in your performance, i-blame niya yun sa isa mong trabaho. So, mabuti pang huwag ka na magkwento na marami kang ibang ginagawa, right? Your boss could easily point the finger at the time and energy you're spending working at a second job. Don't give anyone any excuses to question your work ethics, okay? Okay. So, with that, okay, I'd like to end naman po today kasi, sorry na nawala ako kanina, but, thank you so much for joining me today. At bukas po, syempre, magbabalik tayo. Patutuloy ko po yung kwento ko to po sa things that you should not have to say to your boss, di ba? Interesting naman na topic yan. But maraming salamat for those people who joined me today. Pasensya na po kanina, nagkaroon ng break, naputol po, at ako po yun naman nagpatuloy ngayon. So, yun. Sige, meron pa isang minute. Okay. Ang isa pa palang thing na hindi nyo kailangan sabihin is sexual orientation. Unless your sexual orientation is directly related to your job, there's no reason to disclose your sexual orientation to your boss. Not unless he asks and you want to tell him, okay? Don't mistake this advice to not be yourself, or be ashamed of who you are. Far from it. But the harsh truth is that although discrimination is illegal, it occurs. And in certain industries, stereotypes still work against individuals based on sexual orientation. Who you date or decide to marry is your business. And it would be a shame if a prejudiced boss used that personal information against you when considering a raise or promotion. Pero for me, okay, ito hindi masyadong yan. Bottom line kasi, when you have a boss, syempre, you can feel your way with each other. At like I said, if you are on the same page with your boss, and it gets to a certain point wherein you can tell your boss anything. Well and good, no? Pero ito lang yung mga safety precautions kung sa mga, kunyari, bagong boss or hindi kayo nagkakasundo ng boss nyo. So anyway, we will continue na lang tomorrow po. Dahil po, oras na para mag-lunch tayong lahat. Thank you so much for joining me today. And of course, at the end of the day, what do we have? We have peace, hope, and love dapat sa ating mga puso. Thank you very much and have a nice day. See you tomorrow.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming